Bible.
Hi.
Hi, Faith. How are you, honey?
I read the Bible.
Oh, well, very good. We got my Bible out today, too.
A false balance is abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is his delight. When pride cometh, then cometh shame, but with the lowly is wisdom. The integrity of the upright shall guide them, but the perverseness of transgressors shall destroy them. Riches profit none, not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivereth from death. The righteousness of the perfect shall direct his way, but the wicked shall fall by his own wickedness. The righteousness of the upright shall deliver them, but transgressors shall be taken in their own naughtiness. When a wicked man dies, his expectation shall perish, and the hope of unjust men perishes. The righteous is delivered out of the trouble, and the wicked cometh in his stead. An hypocrite with his mouth destroys his neighbor, but through the knowledge shall the just be delivered. When it goeth well with the righteous, the city rejoiceth, and when the wicked perish, there is shouting. By the blessing of the upright, the city is exalted, but it is overthrown by the mouth of the wicked. He that is void of wisdom despiseth his neighbor, but a man of understanding holdeth his peace. A talebearer revealeth secrets, but he that is of a faithful spirit concealeth the matter. Where no counsel is, the people fall, but in the multitude of counselors there is safety. He that is surety for a stranger shall smart for it, and he that hateth suretyship is sure. A gracious woman retaineth honor, strong men retain riches. The merciful man doth good to his own soul, but he that is cruel troubleth his own flesh. The wicked worketh a deceitful work, but to him that soweth righteousness shall be a sure reward. As righteousness tendeth to life, so he that pursueth evil pursueth it to his own death. They that are of a froward heart are abomination to the Lord, but such as are upright in their way are his delight. Though hand joined in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered. As a jewel of gold in a swine's snout, so is a fair woman which is without discretion. The desire of the righteous is only good, but the expectation of the wicked is wrath. There is that scattereth, and yet increaseth, and there is that withholdeth more than is meet, but it tendeth to poverty. The liberal soul shall be made fat, and he that watereth shall be watered also himself. He that withholdeth corn, the people shall curse him, but blessing shall be upon the head of him that selleth it. He that diligently seeketh good procureth favor, but he that seeketh mischief, it shall come unto him. He that trusteth in his riches shall fall, but the righteous shall flourish as a branch. He that troubleth his own house shall inherit the wind, and the fool shall be servant to the wise of heart. The fruit of the righteous is as a tree of life, and he that winneth souls is wise. Behold, the righteous shall be recompensed in the earth, much more the wicked and the sinner. Are you reading your Bible too, Faith?
Freedom.
Good job.
Okay. I was just making sure you had understanding of the word, how they're using the word fair there.
Okay.
Because basically what they're saying by a fair woman, they're talking about a woman who has good looks. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
We're not talking about fair in the respect of, what's fair between two people. This one gets this much and this one gets the same amount because that would be the fair thing to do. You know what I mean?
Right.
So basically, it's talking, when they use that word fair, they're talking about, so is a fair woman, so is a good-looking woman, which is without discretion. Places like says, there is that scattereth and yet increaseth, and there is that withholdeth more than is meet. The word meet there, do you know what that means? Okay, basically, whenever you see that word, you kind of use that way, it means fitting, okay?
Right.
So basically it's saying, and there is that withholdeth more than is fitting, but it tendeth to poverty. So just so you know, some of these words, because they were used much differently back then, and I've done, I broke out the dictionary. Whenever I seen something that I didn't know, a word that was used, but I didn't understand it, I would break out the dictionary to find out what are they trying to say right here. Usually when you see meat like that, it means the word fitting will fit right in there.
Okay.
F-I-T-T-I-N-G. I just wanted to bring those to your attention. I didn't know where you were as far as your studies were concerned.
Right.
Because, if you don't know what a word means, then it kind of leaves you in confusion about what a verse might be trying to say. When I sit down with the Bible, when I run across the word and I'm like, but what is it trying to say? What does this word mean? It also used a word here that we read, suretyship. Now, do you know what that means? Hold on, I'm getting my dictionary, because when we went over it, I didn't understand it. In verse 15, so give me 1 minute with my dictionary here. Anyway, we got surety. Now, I seen that word was used first. So it says, he that is surety for a stranger shall smart for it. He that hateth suretyship is sure. See, that's a really tough verse. Dictionary doesn't have suretyship in it, but it does have suretyship.
Sure. That's kind of a weird one, huh?
Yeah, I'm having a really hard time understanding it. So that word smart basically means to shout, raise a sound, cry out, give a blast.
Okay.
He that is surety for a stranger shall smart for it, shall cry out for it. Basically, or shall shout out for it. See, sometimes, like I said, with these words, we have a comprehension of them in the year 2010, but their comprehension was something completely different back then when they translated this book.
Right.
I tried to find, and I'm having a hard time with suretyship. That's a tough one to find. 8628. It says, if you promise to pay another person's debt, then you will be sorry. You will be safe if you refuse to make those deals. A nation with weak leaders will fall, but many good advisors will make that nation safe.
It's like signing a contract with somebody.
The word surety and suretyship means lending money and charging interest rates. They keep the poor in bondage all the time.
Uh-huh.
It's kind of like indentured slavery. You've probably heard of that.
Right.
And you're right, it's a contract, and if you're doing it for a stranger, you have no idea what his background is. And in other words, if you're lending money to strangers, you'll probably get burned as a result. And that's what verse 15 is talking about. He that hates suretyship will be sure or secure.
Okay. That's awesome.
And also in the Old Testament, God hated that. If you check out the different scriptures, you'll find that. But nowadays, it's common practice with the banking system, with the credit cards and things like that. So, and that's one reason why God destroyed Israel time after time, was for charging interest on the poor.
Okay. That's good information.
Wise to that we all use the old King James English,
Yeah.
because in the translations they lose a lot of the meaning. It's got a different translation. It's not the same thing.
Right.
Man, I like studying. I don't know about you, but I do.